Ginger here. We're here at Blue Springs, a place where me and my Uncle Cliff used to come diving, do free diving, where you can actually dive down into the hole. You see this? You take a picture of that map, where you can dive down into the hole from the top and go into an opening, which is right down here that was said, at this point, no divers must proceed beyond this point unless they're certified scuba divers. So we went down from here up to the surface, my Uncle Cliff and I, free diving. It was absolutely glorious. They used to have a cypress tree that was stuck in the top of the opening here, and the water would become bubbling up out like this, very forceful, at maybe 15, 20 knots. I mean, just come continuous. And the only way you could get down was to grab the branches of the cypress tree, and the branches were like this, and you grab them and pull yourself down and kick with your fins and go down and force yourself down to the bottom and then go horizontal. And it's about 100 feet, over a little over 100 feet deep. So you take a deep breath and you go for it. And it's absolutely glorious when you get down there.
So tell about the scuba diving team that happened upon you guys.
So my Uncle Cliff and I, we had actually done this. We'd gone down a couple of times. We were kind of like free diving. We were swimming around. We went down a couple of times to go see the opening, and then we came back up. And we're getting out and we're putting our stuff back together. And this team of student scuba divers with 2 instructors came up and started talking to us and said, you guys can't go in here. And my Uncle Cliff, he was kind of adamant about it. He says, well, we've already been. And he says, well, you're not supposed to be diving down here because the current is so strong and it's dangerous. He said, well, we're certified swimmers and free dive with scuba gear, with fins and masks, so we know how to do this. My son and I are qualified to do this. And he says, well, I'm telling you, you can't go down because you're not certified. And Uncle Cliff says, well, I tell you what. He says, we went down to the bottom, which is a little over 100 feet deep, and we saw the sign, do not proceed beyond this point unless you're a certified diver. And the instructor just shut up. He couldn't believe it. He says, you guys are amazing.
Well, we just found out that they've stopped all free diving here, and they've blocked the opening for free divers because a diver a year was dying. They've
got it actually blocked off. If you look at the picture that Ginger took initially, you can go into this opening here, which is what we did, me and my Uncle Cliff, and then as it comes back, it gets smaller and smaller to where it's just large enough for a large man to get through. And they had that sign posted there. So people would go through there and take a chance, and a lot of people have died in that cave because they got in there and got stuck, ran out of air, and couldn't come back.
So needless to say, the place has changed quite a bit, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
And you were here last when?
1975, 1976. A long time ago.
I think things should stay the same.
You know, that's over 40 years ago, man. That's a long time.